Sciatica can be an extremely painful and annoying problem. I'm going to cover with you today the top 4 quick pain relief tips for a pinched sciatic nerve. Real quick, my name is Dr. David. I'm a specialist physical therapist over at Paso Manual Physical Therapy. And I've been helping out people for years that are suffering from sciatic problems. Let's get into the top 4 tips. Number 1, use ice or heat. A lot of people are confused on whether to use ice or heat or to alternate the two. That happens sometimes. And the tip that I give my sciatica clients right away is to experiment with both or alternating them as well. Find what works best for you. And whichever one you decide to use, or if you experiment, make sure that you put it on for 15 minutes at a time, then take it off for about 15 minutes and put it back on and off and cycle like that 4 times. It should take you about 2 hours to go through that cycle. What that will do is bring the irritation down enough to make it bearable so that we can avoid taking pain medications and maybe even delay an appointment with the doctor for a pain injection. Tip number 2, avoid crossing legs. People out there always are crossing their legs subconsciously without even thinking about it. It's just part of their normal sitting posture. They can be sitting at work, having a meal, in the car, anywhere, in a waiting room, just sitting at home on the couch even, with legs crossed over. When people cross their legs, they increase the tension going through the sciatic nerve, except that it's just a small increase. It's not a massive increase like somebody might do when they stretch their sciatic nerve. But because of that small increase, over time, frequent leg crossing can make a sciatica problem last longer than it should. So it's important for people suffering from sciatica to end crossing legs at least for the short term. Tip number 3, butt squeeze exercises. This one's a little bit unusual for patients when I first give it to them, but you can try it out if you want. What people need to do is stand, put about 50% body weight through each foot, and then clench the butt muscles as hard as possible. Really, really hard. Make them as solid as possible. And then after about 10 or 15 seconds, let it go. Repeat this about 10 times. And what people often feel is, of course, the muscles back there get tired, but a little relief through that sciatic nerve. Pressure gets taken off. Joints begin to shift and move in a good way. And you force normal motion. And it tends to alleviate the symptoms a bit enough to avoid medications, maybe delay seeing a doctor for this problem. Tip number 4, for people suffering from sciatica, it's critical that they get expert help, get expert advice and hands on this sciatica problem so that it gets better as fast as possible without creating more problems in addition to the sciatica issue. If sciatica stays there longer than it should, it makes other muscles weaker, it starts to interfere with joint motion, it changes the way that people walk, it disrupts sleep, it overall just deteriorates somebody's health. So it's important to get this addressed before it grows into a bigger problem. For people that are suffering for more than about 7 to 14 days and it's just not getting better, in fact it's getting worse or just staying the same, that is an especially critical time to go seek expert help to solve this problem and get it under control so that it's not getting worse than it might already be. Hey, if you found that this video was helpful for you, hit the subscribe button over here and please share this with somebody that you know is suffering from sciatica. Also, go over to our channel and find the playlist that has tons of other videos about tips and advice for sciatica problems. I hope that you have the best day. Talk soon. Bye-bye.